Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for today's Boston Red Sox Historical Tournament broadcast. We are in the second day of the broadcast of the Boston Red Sox top 125 teams. We have eliminated two of the teams already. We got 122 to go, and we're doing some of these online, some of these offline. Yesterday, we did the first game, the first series of the first bracket. Let me put this on the screen here so you guys can see what we accomplished. We have 8 regions, 16 teams per region makes a total of 124 teams. We had a play-in game between 124 and 125. The 1912 Red Sox team got a bye because they were the top-ranked team in the history of the Red Sox. Yesterday, in the second series, 1971 beat 1937, 4-2. And today, 1963 will be at 2002, as you can see on the screen. Here is the teams that we're going to be playing. The next one will be 2016 and 1962, and so on and so forth until we have a winner in Region A. We have 8 regions. We'll end up with 8 winners, and then we'll have the region winners play one another just like the NCAA basketball tournament. In the meantime, let's load the game, and we'll set up, and I'll show you how we set it up with Out of the Park 27. Okay, we're loaded. And just so you can take a peek at last broadcast, I'm going to show you the final stats here. And then we'll get on to setting up the second series. There it was, the 71 Red Sox, 4-2. We're going to return to the main screen. We're going to set up the next series, 1963 at 2002. So we go to new game, historical exhibition. 2 games. We select the World Series. The away team will be from 1963, and it will be the Boston Red Sox, 76 and 85. The home team is from 2002, so we're 42 years in the future here. And because of that, and I'll tell you what that causes, that team was 93 and 69. We're going to play 7 games, 2 home, 3 away, 2 home. There is no DH in this series because the majority of teams played before the designated hitter. So I decided, this was purely my decision, just to eliminate the DH altogether. We are going to play 1975 game, error, and strategy because there's more than 30 years. Whenever there's more than 30 years between the teams, we play 1975. When there's less than 30 years, we split the difference and put that era in. We're going to use end-of-season rosters, 25 players per roster, and there'll be no injuries for the 7-game series. And let's create the series. That's how we set it up. That's as simple as it gets. Those are the rules I just put in. We'll go to the rosters and check them out. What we're going to do here, roster and lineups, we're going to go to the lineups. We're going to have AI handle all the lineups for the two teams as to not let me what's the best way to put it? Not let me influence which team I like better. So anyway, there's versus left-handers. We'll ask the AI to set it up. Versus right-handers. We'll ask the AI to set it up. The teams are set up. Let's go to the screen. Bill Monbouquet is going to pitch against Pedro Martinez here in Game 1. Let me give you a little information about these two teams. The 1963 Red Sox was obviously the 63rd team in the franchise history. They finished 7th, 76 and 85, 28 games behind the American League champion New York Yankees. In the offseason, there were a couple of interesting moves. Interesting if you're a Red Sox fan. Glenn Beckett, who became a great player for the Chicago Cubs, was drafted from the Red Sox by the Chicago Cubs in the first-year expansion draft. And Joe Foy was drafted by the Red Sox from the Minnesota Twins, and he became the starting third baseman for the Red Sox in the 60s. Awards the Red Sox had in 1963. Kai Yastrzemski won a Gold Glove in left field, and both Bill Monbouquet, who's starting this game, and Kai Yastrzemski were on the All-Star team. The 2002 Red Sox, obviously, the 102nd team of the Red Sox history. They were 93 wins. They had a great season, 93 wins, 63 losses. Finished in second place that year. Johnny Damon signed a 4-year, $31 million contract to join the Red Sox in 2001 in the winter. And Rickey Henderson also signed with the Red Sox to play this season. Red Sox were a star-studded team in 2002. Derek Lowe was pitcher of the month of April. Pedro Martinez was the pitcher of the month of July in real life. And Manny Ramirez won the Silver Slugger Award. All-Star game was loaded with Red Sox players. Johnny Damon, Nomar Garciaparra, Shea Hillenbrand, Derek Lowe, Pedro Martinez, Manny Ramirez, and Ugueth Urbina were all on the All-Star team for the 2002 Red Sox. Before we go any further, let me explain what we do. We simulate games in this series until we get to an elimination game. Then we start to play. John GFW checks in. Hey, John, how you doing? So let's simulate Game 1. Bill Monbouquet against Pedro Martinez. The 63 Red Sox defeat the 2002 Red Sox in a slugfest, and it was an upset. Winning pitcher Jack LeMahieu, losing pitcher for the 2002 team, Urbina. Dick Raddatz, probably the most famous of all Red Sox closers prior to Jonathan Papelbon, got the save. Home runs in the game. Rico Petrocelli, Dick Stewart for the 63 team. And for 2002 team, Hillenbrand, Garciaparra hit home runs. We go to Game 2. Bob Turley for the Boston Red Sox against Derek Lowe. I didn't even know Bob Turley played on the Red Sox. The 2002 team defeats the 63 team 6-0 as they even the series at 1 game apiece. Derek Lowe was the winner, Turley the loser. Johnny Damon homered for the 2002 team. We go to game number 3. Let's see who's going to take a 2-1 lead here in the series. Tim Wakefield against Dave Moorhead. Dave Moorhead in 65 pitched a no-hitter for the Red Sox. 2002 wins 3-2. Wakefield the winner, Moorhead the loser. Urbina gets the save. Garciaparra hit his second home run for the 2002 team. The 1963 team had a home run by right fielder Lou Clinton. Red Sox of 2002 now lead the series 2-1. Will we get to play Game 5? Well, we will if the 2002 team with Casey Fossum beats Earl Wilson. Earl Wilson pitched a no-hitter for the Red Sox in 1962. And the 2002 team, 7-4, beat 63. So the Red Sox of 2002 have a 3-1 lead. No surprise since they were a much better team. Fossum, the winner. Arnold Early, the loser. Embry, got the save. Shea Hillenbrand and Veritek for 2002 homered. Gary Geiger for the 1963 team. Now we get to see elimination game number 1, Game 5, Pedro Martinez and Bill Monbouquet. Let's play the game. For the 2002 Red Sox, who are the away team in this game, Johnny Damon leads off in center field. Shea Hillenbrand batting second and third. Manny Ramirez, left fielder, hitting third. Cliff Floyd, the right fielder, hitting cleanup. Garciaparra, shortstop, hitting fifth. Brian Daubach, the first baseman, hitting sixth. Jason Veritek, the catcher, seventh. Ray Sanchez is at second base and batting eighth. And Pedro Martinez is pitching and batting ninth, an unfamiliar spot since Pedro grew up in the DH era. For the 63 Red Sox, who I remember very well, I was 12 years old. They were a great team that, for me at that time, Yastrzemski won the 1963 batting title. I think, now that I'm thinking back, or either won the batting. I think he won the 63 batting title at 321, but that's just off the top of my head. I haven't looked it up. Gary Geiger leads off in center field. Felix Mantilla, the second baseman, bats second. Karl Yastrzemski, yeah, that's his 321 average. I believe that led the league. Bats third in left field. Dick Stewart, Dr. Strangeglove, at first base with 42 homers in real life. He was the first really big slugger I got to see for the Red Sox. They didn't hit many home runs in 61 and 62 when I was really following them. Russ Nixon catching, batting fifth. Frank Malzone, their all-star third baseman, batting sixth in the late 50s. He was right up there fighting with Brooks Robinson for the all-star position every season. Lou Clinton in right field, batting seventh. Rico Petrocelli at shortstop and hitting eighth. He's a young man here. I think Rico Petrocelli's rookie year was 1965, but they've got him playing here for some reason instead of Don Budden. I think might have been the shortstop, or Eddie Brissou. I'm not really sure, but the computer picks Petrocelli. And Bill Monbouquet pitching and batting ninth. He pitched a no-hitter for the Red Sox also in 1962. Let's start the game. Monbouquet on the mound, facing Johnny Damon. Here's the first pitch. Damon to center field, one away. I have the AI managing both teams, so I don't influence them once again. Monbouquet facing Shea Hillenbrand. Hillenbrand to right. That ball's going to drop in front of the right fielder, Floyd, and he throws it in. Or, excuse me, Clinton. I'll get these teams mixed up more than once today. Being both Red Sox teams, of course. Manny Ramirez batting third. Ramirez, 6 for 17 in the series. Base hit to center field. Runner's going to hold at second. 2002. Runners on first and second for Cliff Floyd, who is hitting .235 in the series. To center field, and Gary Geigers has got it for the out. 2 down. Runners still on first and second. Nomar Garciaparra, 389 with a couple of home runs. Facing Mambuquets into the stretch. Pops it up. Catcher's got it for the out. No runs for the 2002 team as we head to the bottom of the first. Pedro pitched 5 innings in game 1, allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, struck out 4, walked 4, and a pretty hefty 9 ERA. Gary Geigers, 333 on the series with a home run. One away for the strikeout. Pedro facing Felix Mantilla is a paltry 1 for 16 in the series.
Strike 3.
2 strikeouts from Pedro as he starts the game. And Kar Yastrzemski's 4 for 12. 333, that's about what he hit during the season. Pedro delivers. Ground ball is short. 1, 2, 3 go the 63 team. We head for the second. No score here at Fenway Park in 1963. Bill Mambuquet, who's pitched 7 2/3, allowed 10 hits, 6 earned runs, 7.04 ERA in the series, will face Dahlbeck, Veritek, and Sanchez. And there it is, base hit. Runner on first, nobody out, and Jason Veritek, 357 in the series. Center field, Geiger's got it for the out. And Mambuquet facing Ray Sanchez, 2 for 10. He's going to hit that into center field, and as a base hit, rounding second, going to third is Dahlbeck, and the Red Sox have runners on first and third. 1 out, top of the second, and Pedro. Here we go.
Strike 3.
He strikes out. No surprise there. Runners still on first and third. Johnny Damon hitting 389 in the series. The pitch by Mambuquet. Ground ball to second. Throws him out. Nobody's going to score. We head for the bottom of the second. No score here at Fenway Park. Pedro had a quick first inning. He's going to face Stuart Nixon and Frank Malzone. Deep in the right field, and that ball is out of here. Late on the swing, but he got enough of that ball. That ball traveled 359 feet into the right field corner in the grandstand, and 1963 team leads 1-0. Let's look at that one again. There it goes, about 6 rows up in the grandstand. 1-0. 1963, Russ Nixon up. And Pedro strikes him out. Frank Malzone. Malzone hitting .438, having a good series for the 63 team. And he continues with a base hit up the middle. Malzone raises average to .471. Lou Clinton, 267, hit a runner on first. 1 away. He struck him out. Pedro gets another strikeout. Pedro's 4th strikeout of the game. He'll be facing Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli's just a kid. He's 20 years old here. Pedro delivers.
Strike three.
He struck him out. Down go the Red Sox of 1963, but we head to the top of the third. 63 leads 0-2, 1-0. Monbouquet facing Hillebrand, Ramirez, and Floyd. Base hit in the right field. Fifth hit for the 0-2 team today, but the 63 team leads where it counts, 1-0. Manny Ramirez up, 389 for this series. That ball's hit to left center. That's going to drop in for a base hit, and runners now on first and second. Nobody out for Cliff Floyd, who's hitting 222. Monbouquet looks in, delivers. Ball's hit up the middle. It's slow. He's going to put it in his pocket. The bases are loaded on the infield single. And Mike Silva checks in. Hey, Mike, for you, those of you who don't know, the idea of this series came from Mike Silva's Big Beautiful Baseball Bash. If you belong to the Field of Dreams Discord, you can catch Mike playing that series almost every night with Jamie Marshall, following every team in the history of Major League Baseball. And if you can't check in on Discord, you can follow it on Jamie Marshall's Facebook page, the journal. I forget the name, but it's Michael, type it in. It's the journal. I'll look it up before we end today. Sports Gaming Journal, that's what it is. It's on Facebook, and it covers all of Mike's games. Nomar Garciaparra is stepping in, facing Bill Monbouquet with the bases loaded. 63 ahead of 0-2, 1-0, but there's no outs here in the top of the third. Ball gets away from the catcher, and this game's going to be all tied up. The official scorer calls that a wild pitch from Monbouquet. He looks in at Garciaparra, delivers the 1-1 pitch. Garciaparra to left field, that's going to fall for a base hit. One run's going to score. That was hit so hard, the bases will remain loaded. Two-one. 2002. We're in Game 5. This is an elimination game. 2002 leads the 1963 Red Sox 3-1, and they've now taken a lead by scoring 2 runs in the top of the third. Monbouquet facing Brian Daubek, one of my favorite players from that era. And he hits it to right field, and Clinton's got it. That's going to score another run. 3-run for the 0-2 squad. Monbouquet facing Varitek, 333 with a home run and 3 runs batted in the series. He pops it high in the air, and that ball is out. Clinton's got it. Runner on first. Monbouquet facing Sanchez. 2 away, 3-1, the 0-2 team. Little dribbler to the mound. Monbouquet to first to Dick Stewart. They get him. We head to the bottom of the third. 3-1, 0-2. They can put this series away and be the second team to qualify and eliminate the 1963 team from the bracket. Pedro, 2 innings, 2 hits, has allowed a run, struck out 5 already. He will face the pitcher, Monbouquet. Then he'll go to the top of the order and face Gary Geiger and Felix Mantilla.
Strike 3.
Swing and a miss. 1 down. Geiger hitting .316 in the series. Pedro throws, and it's a high pop-up for in the second. Oh, is that the first? Second baseman puts it away, Sanchez, for the out. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the third, and Pedro will be facing Felix Mantilla, who is having a horrible series. 1 hit, 17 at bats. And it's not going to get any better. Well, that is. He lined that. That looked funny on the scoreboard, but Mantilla doubles. It looked like it was a pop-up to the third baseman, but it went into left field. On occasion, you get chalkboard problems like that. Mantilla gets his second hit. Yastrzemski, who won the American League batting title in '63, steps in with a runner on second. And Pedro puts him away to end the inning as we head to the top of the fourth. 3-1 lead for the 2002 team. 2002 team won 93 games, and the '63 team won about 73 games. 2002 a lot better, and it showed in the series. Monbouquet is going to face Pedro Martinez, who is not used to hitting. Be surprised if he hits the ball. I'm surprised. Guess what? Base hit. He doesn't do that very often, and I am surprised. Pedro Martinez at first. Johnny Damon up 0 for 2 in the game. Monbouquet into his windup. And that's hit to right field. That's going to be in the corner, bouncing around the 302 sign. And runners are going to hold at second and third. It's going to be a double. Damon at second. Martinez on third. Shea Hillebrand, the all-star third baseman from 2002, steps in. He's hitting .368 in the series. Pops it up, and the first baseman's got it for the out. 1 away, runner still on second and third. Infield comes in. Monbouquet facing Manny Ramirez. The pitch. He hits him. He does. Bases loaded now for Cliff Floyd. Floyd 1 for 2 in the game today. The 0-2 team can really put some distance between them and '63 with this at-bat. Monbouquet delivers. Floyd swings and misses. Monbouquet strikes him out. Bill Monbouquet was the best pitcher on the 1963 Red Sox team. He did make the '63 All-Star game and pitched a no-hitter for the Red Sox in 1962. He will face Nomar Garciaparra, who's having a great series with 2 home runs and 4 runs batted in, batting an even .400. Ball's hit on the ground to Dick Stewart. He flips to Monbouquet covering. Red Sox failed to score for the 2002 team in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Still 3-1. Pedro's got 7 strikeouts in 3 innings. He will be facing Dick Stewart, Russ Nixon, and Frank Malzone. Stewart with 42 home runs in the real season. Homered to right field his first time up off of Pedro. Here's the pitch. He struck him out. Russ Nixon 0 for 1, hitting an even .200 in the series. Pedro delivers. That ball's hit on the ground to second. It's going to be a bad throw, and it gets away from Dick Stewart, and the runner's going to be safe at first. First error of the game. And Pedro will face Frank Malzone, who singled his first time up. hot series, hitting .471. Swing and a miss. Pedro gets his 8th strikeout. 9th strikeout. Sorry, I missed it. He struck out Stewart to start the inning. Lou Clinton, .250 hitter with a home run and 3 RBIs. Runner on first, 2 outs. Pedro gets his sign. Ground ball to third. Hillebrand over to first base. They got him. The inning is over. We head to the top of the 5th. 3-1 for the 2002 team. Monbouquet facing Daubach. Veritek and Sanchez. 2002's already got 10 hits off of Monbouquet. Daubach goes down on strikes. Monbouquet's 3rd strikeout of the game. Jason Veritek. And he paints the outside corner. Monbouquet strikes out his 2nd. Batted in the inning. He's now got 4. He will be facing Ray Sanchez, who's 1 for 2 today. And he struck out the sides. He paints the outside corner. There we go as we head halfway home here at Fenway Park in 1963. The 2002 team, 3 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. 1963, 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. The 02 team can win the series by winning today's game. And if the 63 team come back and win, we will have a game 6. Pedro facing 20-year-old Rico Petrocelli, Bill Monbouquet, then the top of the order, Gary Geiger.
Strike 3.
Petrocelli strikes out. Roman Mahias, a center fielder for the Red Sox, coming in to pinch hit for Bill Monbouquet. Mahias, 2 for 4 in the playoffs. He hits it to right field, and that's going to be up against the wall. Mejias doubles off of Pedro, and there's a runner in scoring position. Pedro facing the top of the order. Gary Geiger's 0 for 2 today. Pedro gets the sign. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. He struck him out. Pedro with his 11th strikeout in 4 2/3 innings. We're facing Felix Mantilla, who doubled his last time up, fooled me with the ball that disappeared off the screen. Pedro throws. He strikes him out. Inning is over. Pedro now with 12 strikeouts through 5 innings. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 3-1, 2002. Wilbur Wood, who was a rookie in 1961, comes in. He's pitched 2 innings in the playoffs. He's allowed 3 hits, struck out 2, and walked 1, and allowed an earned run. He'll be facing Pedro, who, believe it or not, singled. Then the top of the order, Damon and Hillebrand. Wilbur Wood does not throw a knuckleball yet. He's a fastball, curveball, slider pitcher in 1963. He becomes an all-star once he gets to the White Sox, and Hoyt Wilhelm teaches him how to throw a knuckleball. 1 down, ground ball to shortstop, Johnny Damon. Damon to Dick Stewart's going to flip the Monbouquet. Dr. Strangeglove has played a perfect third base today. Shea Hillebrand 2 for 3 on the day. Wood gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Fly ball deep to left field, and you can just watch that one land in the screen 369 feet away from home plate. Hillebrand homers, and the 0-2 team goes up 4-1. We can watch that one on replay. It says he's a knuckleball pitcher, but he is not a knuckleball pitcher in 1963. That is a mistake. Wilbur Wood facing Manny Ramirez now, 4-1. 63 finds themselves in a hole here in the bottom of the fifth. Ramirez deep into left field. Guess what? Back-to-back home runs off of Wilbur Wood. That one traveled 401 feet. It is now 5-1, and this game is getting out of hand for the 63 team. Let's watch this one. There it is. Into the net. Wilbur Wood's still on the mound. He's facing left-hander Cliff Floyd. Floyd to right field. Clinton puts it away for the out. The inning is over, but not before a couple of home runs for the 0-2 team. We head for the bottom of the sixth, 0-2 leading 5-1. If you've just tuned in, this is the fifth game of the series. Red Sox from 2002 lead it 3-1. They lead this fifth game 5-1. If they win, the series is over. And they eliminate the 1963 team. Pedro facing Carl Yastrzemski, Dick Stewart, and Russ Nixon. Pedro, 12 strikeouts in 5 innings. He's got it today. Yastrzemski to deep shortstop. He's going to be out. Dick Stewart homered his first time up into the right field grandstands. Two away. Russ Nixon up. Pedro gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. The inning is over. Pedro didn't strike out anybody that inning. It's a rarity. We're heading to the seventh. 5-1. Jack LeMabe on for the 63 team, facing Nomar Garciaparra. Garciaparra 1 for 3 today. Ground ball to short. Rico up with it, throws to first. He doesn't get him, he's safe. Garciaparra beats it out. Runner on first for Brian Dahlbeck, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI, 5-1. The 0-2 team, the pitch strikes him out. Jason Varitek, 0 for 3, 294 on the series. Ground ball to second, gonna flip to Petrocelli for 1, over to first base. Dick Stewart's got it for the out. It's a double play. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 0-2 leads 5-1. Pedro, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run. That home run to Dick Stewart, struck out 12. He's walked nobody today. We'll face Malzone, Clinton, Petrocelli, and if one of those guys gets on, they'll be a pinch hitter. Pedro delivers high in the air, and Damon puts it away for the out. Lou Clinton up. Pedro strikes him out, number 13. And Rico Petrocelli 0 for 2. On the ground to second. 1, 2, 3 go the 1963 team. We head to the top of the 8th. 0-2 on the verge of putting this series away. They lead 5-1. Jack LeMay into his second inning of relief, allowed a hit, no runs, struck out 1 in his 1 inning facing Ray Sanchez. Crowd has quieted down as Sanchez flies to right. Quieted down, the point is I want to know why it's quieted down, so let me check and see. Well, the settings are all the same. Who knows why they quieted down, but Jack LeMay will be facing the pinch hitter, Carlos Baerga, pinch hitting for Pedro Martinez as they take Pedro out of the game. Fly to center field. Damon's got it. No, Geiger's got it, sorry. My mistake, I only made a couple of them today with all these Red Sox on the field. Johnny Damon, speaking of center fielders, steps in. LeMay into his windup. To right field. That ball is caught by Luke Clinton for the out. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 5-1, 2002. Bob Howry pitched 4 innings of relief in the playoffs. Allowed 4 hits, no runs, struck out 3, walked 1. He'll be facing Eddie Brasseau, who's pinch hitting. Eddie Brasseau was the starting shortstop for the Red Sox in '63. I have no idea why Petrocelli's in there, but Brasseau is now the pinch hitter. Once again, the AI is managing both teams. Here's the pitch. Brasseau to right field. Floyd's got it for the out. 1 down in the bottom of the 8th. Howry facing Gary Geiger, 0 for 3. On the ground to second, Sanchez to first for the out. 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 8th. Felix Mantilla, 1 for 3 on the day. It was a double. And he's going to get another hit as he's going to hit one that's going to take a couple of hops, go off the wall, but he's going to hold. It was hit so hard, it's only going to be a single. Mantilla on first. Kari Yastrzemski up 0 for 3 today. Yaz on the ground to second, throws to first for the out. The inning is over. We head to inning number 9. Let's see if the 2002 Red Sox can hold on and win the series. They lead 5-1. Well, the monster, Dick Raddatz, is now pitching for the 1963 team. He's only pitched 2/3 of an inning. And no hits, no runs, no strikeouts. That's a surprise. He will face Hillebrand, Ramirez, and Floyd here in the 9th. Raddatz, one of my favorite Red Sox players of all time. That ball's hitting the center field. 1 down. Raddatz now facing Manny Ramirez. 3 for 3 today with a home run. Manny's had a good day. Let's see what Dick Raddatz can do with him. The pitch. He walks him. Wanted no part of Manny Ramirez. Cliff Floyd, 1 for 4. Struck him out. Raddatz's first strikeout in the series. 2 down, runner on first. Nomar Garciaparra, also a good day, 2 for 4 at the plate. Ball gets away from Russ Nixon down the second. Goes Manny. That's going to be a wild pitch, I believe. Nomar looking out at Dick Raddatz. Raddatz checks the runner. He's into his windup.
Strike 3.
He struck him out. We head to the bottom of the ninth inning. 2002 leading 5-1. Can they put it away? Alan Embry coming in to close it out for Manny Ramirez. Pedro Martinez. I don't know why I always mix those two names up. Maybe because they were the two stars of these early 21st century teams. Anyway, Alan Embry for the 0-2 Red Sox have pitched 3 innings in the series, allowed 3 hits, a run, struck out 2, walked 1. Will be facing Stewart, Nixon, and Malzone as they try to tie up the game. Stewart goes down on strikes. 2002 team, 2 outs away. Russ Nixon up 0 for 3. Lefty against lefty. On the ground, the first going to flip to Embry covering. 2 down. 1963 down to their last out. Frank Malzone, the 420. He's the leading hitter on the 63 team. And he's going to hit it into right center field for a base hit. They're not quite dead yet. Frank Malzone raises his team leading average for 1963 team to 450 as Lou Clinton steps up. Lou Clinton 0 for 3 on the day. There is a fly ball to right field, and Floyd's got it. The 2002 team eliminates the 1963 team in the 3rd round, the 2nd series in our Region A. And there it is. Let's check the box score as they celebrate on the field. Boston from 2002 tops Boston from 1963. 5 runs, 13 hits, an error for the winning 2002 team. The losing 63 team, 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. They lose the series 1-4. And I'll tell you what, I'm not going to go over the box score here. I'm going to print all this stuff out. I'll post it on my Facebook page so you can check Facebook looking at this. I do want to look at Pedro Martinez, however. He threw 107 pitches, just 7 pitches over that magic 100 mark. He struck out 13 batters in 7 innings. That was quite a game. So we leave this game and we get to the finals. Let's just take a quick gander at how everybody did here. And then I'm going to call it a day. I'll show you what's next. And the next broadcast for this baseball tournament will be on Monday. Tomorrow, I'm not broadcasting. And over the weekend, I'm doing a Masters tournament replay. So Monday will be the next time. We'll be playing some of these games offline. And when we come back on Monday, we will review the games that we missed. 2002 now wins 4-1. Let's go to the series totals here. Whoops. Home runs. 3 home runs for Shea Hillenbrand. Leads it for the Red Sox. RBIs. Damon and Hillenbrand have 6 apiece. And Manny Ramirez leads hitters with a 450 average. Pitching-wise, Wakefield and Lowe won a game apiece. Pedro and Casey Fossum won a game apiece. For the 63 Red Sox, 2 home runs for Dick Stewart leads that team. The most RBIs, 5 players with 3 RBIs. Frank Malzone hit 450 leading the team, and the only victory was Jack LeMahieu. Anyway, I want to thank Dwayne Martz for stopping by. Hey, Dwayne, the best app of baseball on YouTube. For those of you who like cards and dice, Dwayne does it the right way. Dwayne Martz TV network on YouTube. Michael Silva, who's invented the baseball bash, what we're playing here, a form of it for the Red Sox tournament. And John DFW was the first one in the ballpark. I want to thank everybody for stopping by, and we will print all this stuff up, put it on my Facebook page, and we will see you hopefully over the weekend. Hope everybody has a nice evening. Talk to you later.